We have Apple Watch Ultra, we have M1 Ultra, we have iPhone Ultra on the way. Is an iPad Ultra something we might get? Let's talk about it. Want the latest Apple news, leaks and rumours? Subscribe and ring the bell. So iPad Ultra, we have heard about Apple experimenting with bigger screen sizes. We've heard about Apple looking at things around about like a 14-inch or a 16-inch iPad. That, for me, you're very much getting into laptop territory there. I can't imagine that many people would want to use an iPad of that size, apart from artists. I understand entirely that artists love having a big canvas to work on, and that makes a huge amount of sense. But also you have to remember that with an iPad, if you're doing any sort of pencil-based art, that you are able to zoom in on certain areas. You don't have to have the entire canvas on the screen at the same time. Who else would this be useful for? I guess photographers out in the field. If photographers want to have a really cool device for editing images on the fly while they're out and about. Videographers, wouldn't it make a fantastic monitor for high-end professional cameras that you can then take the monitor off of your camera and use it as basically an in-field editing suite, so you can make really quick dailies, I guess, from the footage that you're shooting, that you're monitoring on a really good display that has got the brightness and the colour saturation and everything else that you need. Maybe this is what an iPad Ultra would become. I can't imagine it being something that would be a day-to-day use for people. What sort of price point we'd be looking at? I don't know, $2,000? Would somebody go for a huge 16-inch iPad with the high refresh rate displays, with Apple Pencil, for around about $2,000? If it's what you're making your living on, I don't see why not. We have to remember as well that while the iPad isn't a Mac, it is a different tool for a different job, and there are certainly people who have not grown up with regular desktop computing. The iPad has now been around for a solid decade, 13 years really, since we've had iPads, so this is not a new way of using computers for those people. A lot of people have grown up using touch interfaces and not grown up using the standard keyboard, trackpad, mouse that we all grew up with. I think the people that are trying to push us all into using the iPad as you would use a desktop computer, that want it to have multitasking and run macOS, those people are not thinking about the future and the people that are growing up with this touch interface. I think iPad Ultra could be a great thing, but we have to get used to using it as an iPad in an Ultra way instead of wanting our iPads to be Macs. If you've got a question for a future video, hashtag #ICAveAnswers down in the comment section, and thank you to all my Patreons for all the support. Want the latest Apple news, leaks and rumours? Subscribe and ring the bell.